down on the receivers and force the incompletion.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
KJ Hamler returning it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back to it after the pick six. Bridgewater. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And KJ Hamler really started to come on strong late in his rookie year. 2nd-round pick out of Penn State in 2020. Shifty, excellent speed, and good hands that he exhibited right there.
Bridgewater on 1st down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He gets it complete to Harris. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 8. On play action, it's Kaepernick. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
In his 5th year in Pittsburgh, a good bounce back last year for Juju with 97 catches. He wants to continue to make grabs like that and get upfield.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. To throw, Kaepernick. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
To throw is Kaepernick. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now, Kaepernick again. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Ray McCloud to return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And that is incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, There's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Here's 2nd and 10. Kaepernick now to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Kaepernick looking to throw. 3rd and 2. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And this will be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Kaepernick now on first down. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On first down, Kaepernick. Ebron caught left side. And out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Here's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the first down.
Harris is going backwards here. Now they come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. An option handoff given to Harris. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Kaepernick going to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. A gain of 3, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And to the 36-yard line. Taken down there after getting 8 yards. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
First down, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Third down, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Jeudy. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. Got a man. It's Jeudy complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Gain of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Short little throw to Ebron. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Here's Johnson with a reception. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hamler now to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game that I would have to think. I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 31, Bridgewater, flush to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And they run with Harris off the option. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll run with Harris. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson there to make the grab. And the Steelers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hamler now to return it. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Alex Highsmith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. So this one in the win column.